Blessed by nature, tucked away in the southern reaches of the Pacific Ocean, lies the picturesque splendour which is New Zealand. And like the land itself, its peoples flock to its waterways and over 5,000 kilometres of coastline all year round. It is one of this country's most highly prized natural assets, and on any given day, in any part of New Zealand, one can find divers, fishermen, pleasure boaties, yachtsmen and swimmers, taking full advantage of what nature has given us. But as friendly and as inviting as it may seem, it is an asset that can sometimes turn on those who are inexperienced or do not follow the rules, regulations or protocols, and it is by no means to be taken lightly. Local knowledge of the sea conditions and the main rules and regulations which apply to boating all add up to a safe and pleasurable experience on the water. This presentation explores the many aspects that will enhance the understanding of the enjoyment of boating and improve your understanding of all the important safety issues. Boat handling training and proper use of survival equipment are essential to the safety of lives and your boat. This informative video presentation has been broken down into subject themes. You can look through the complete contents or use the interactive selections to review and refresh your knowledge on a particular subject. Every boat, even a kayak, dinghy or sailboard, must have a skipper. The skipper must have an understanding of the rules and safe boating operation. The skipper is the person responsible in both the moral and the legal sense for safety on board. Experience of the sea and a good understanding of your own vessel's abilities only come with time. However, common sense is always required to ensure the vessel is properly prepared and that the appropriate planning and forethought have been put into the trip. It is an offence to operate a boat in a way that causes any unnecessary risk to both person or property. Risky behaviour can include not carrying safety equipment, too much alcohol, speed and overloading, going out in weather that is dangerous for the boat. Penalties for neglecting responsibilities as skipper include heavy fines or imprisonment. As skipper, you are responsible for the safety of your boat and your crew on the water. You should use a checklist or your boating guide to check that you've not forgotten anything before you set off. The essential things you should check are the boat itself, particularly the hull and engine, fuel and fittings, the safety equipment. Ensure everything is on board and in working order. Supplies of food, water and appropriate clothing to protect everyone from the elements. The weather, so you don't get caught in dangerous seas. The tides, so you don't risk running aground. Local knowledge, by studying a chart of where you plan to go or seeking expert advice. Most important are a correct size life jacket for every person on board. Always let someone know where you plan to go and when you expect to be back. Give them a description of your boat and who you have on board. If you have a marine radio, always advise any change of plan, your new ETA, and then follow up with a new confirmation on your return. A good skipper always makes sure the crew members enjoy themselves. Plan ahead. Talk to your crew. Tell them what you have in mind, then give clear instructions, and always make safety the priority. And use the 5-day marine forecast to avoid last-minute disappointment because of bad weather. In summary, the role of the skipper is to look after the safety of the boat and crew. Be prepared. Be informed. Be alert. And communicate with your crew. And you'll have a safer, more enjoyable trip.